fact, a lot longer than what I thought it had been. But today I have a haul video, and it's going to be a huge haul because this is actually 3 orders from officesupply.com over time. Well, actually the last 2 months. So I thought I would just put it all together, and I'll talk more about officesupply.com as I go through stuff. But it is the new Tuesday morning. So let's dig right in. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to try to tell you about what I paid as I go through. I'm going to start with the pattern paper packs so I can move those off my desk because they're bigger. But just so that you understand, the prices that I give you are what they're listed on the website, but I wait. They have a 20% off often. So just hold out for that. And they have 15% off a little bit more often. But I just keep a cart going. And when that 20% hits, then I start checking out. And they have free shipping with $45 orders. So that's why this is 3 separate orders. So I hit about $45 to $50, get the coupon, and go on my merry way. So this is the 49th and Market Rest and Revs version 2. This is the 6x8 pack. And so this goes for $8 something, about $8.50 on the website, and then take 20% off of that. So it's a great deal. I also have the 12x12 packs in here. So this is one of their solid color packs, and then they have patterns on the back. So these are a little bit older, so that's why they're so much cheaper, but I think they were about $4 and then 20% off of that. But they're great to mix in with your other collections to give you more solids, because their papers are usually very, very busy. So I have a hard time layering and doing all that without some tone on tones. So that's why I picked these up. The Academy, again, this is a little bit older pack. This says last year, so 2024. Well, it'd be 2 years now. This one, I believe, was about $5, 5 something, $5, $6, and then 20% off. So again, a great deal. And I just love, I picked up 2 of these because I love the B-sides on here, but also there's a lot that's for older kids, so it's really hard to find collections that match older kids. It's not preschool, and this one does. So I picked up 2 so that I could mix some of the neutrals and the papers like that with other collections, but I could also get some school layouts. Then like I said earlier, I picked up the 12x12 Rest and Revs collection. This one, I believe, was somewhere between $8 or $10. Let's see, it includes 10 double-sided papers. So I think this one was $10 and then 20% off, so it would have been $8. And you know these are almost $20 a pack for 49th and Market. I also picked up one of Vicki Boutin's the foundation papers, because these are great if you want to do any mixed media, which I don't do a lot, but this paper is quite expensive and it's usually hard to find. I'm thinking it's easier now than what it used to be, but this was like $6 and then 20% off, so it was a great deal. And then you get 12 pages. This is something new that just about every company is coming out with, are these 12x12 pouches, and I wanted to try this. So it was like $2.29, I believe, and then again 20% off, so it's less than $2. But I was really curious because their descriptions are not very good, and I'll also tell you their search engines are not very good. So don't think you're going to find everything just when you put the search in and it pulls up some things. You have to really dig. Like I said, this is kind of Tuesday morning, cheap prices but great product. But you can see that it's plenty big to fit 12x12 pattern papers in there. But it's flat, there's no gusset or anything, so it's not going to hold a whole lot of bulk. Your package's embellishments. So I would say this is kind of like a big page kit, or maybe possibly a small collection you could get inside of these. But I was really just curious, so I just ordered one to see. I don't see... the way I store things and stuff, I don't see that I would use a whole lot, but a few to keep on hand for packing for crops or things like that, to put collections or a page kit in. I think I would definitely use that. That'll just give you an idea if you want to compare them to other companies and prices. Again, I'm not sure how much they are at the other companies, but I'm sure they're at least a little bit higher than that. So some of the things that you find will be about 25 to maybe 30–40% off. And then there's going to be older, which by older I mean about a year older, and they're going to be half to 70% off. So again, just kind of dig, keep a cart going. So I love doing 8.5 by 11, and I'd been wanting to find some We Are Memory Keepers albums to put some of the pages in. And so they had these, and I believe it was like $11, $12, and again, 20% off. So $10 less, a little under $10 maybe for an album, and it's their leather albums. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm going to try to put some pages in, and if it works, I'm probably going to stock up on those. And then I'd been eyeing this trimmer here. I am sorry for the glare, but there's just no way around it. This is the 8.5 inch Tim Holtz trimmer. Like I said, I've been looking at it for a while, and they had it for, it was under $20. It's like 19 something. So just say $20, 20% off. So it was $16 for the trimmer, which is less than half of what it goes for everywhere else. I went and watched the reviews to make sure on the rulers and all of that. So if you're interested in more information on the actual details of that and you can't find it somewhere else, you can holler at me. I'll do a video on it. Then they also have some of the punches, and I love EK Success punches, and I've been trying to replace my circle punches because they're the older ones that are the big ones with the little handle thing, and they get worn out and kind of broke. So I've been slowly replacing them as I can find. So I got the 2 1/4 inch because it was gapping in my collection. And let me see if I can remember. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I know it was under $10, and I want to say it was about $6, something like that. The heart punch was $10, so with 20% off, it was like $8 for the punch, which is a really good price for those. And then my corner punch is the same thing. It's one of the older ones with the little thumb handle thing, and it has just worn out. So I've been meaning to get one for a while. And so they had these, and this was like $3.70 something. So less than $4, 20% off. It was a great deal. So just a few dollars, less than a few dollars for that. And then I picked up, so you can tell I'm picking up a lot of 49th and Market, and yes, they are older, but they are extremely cheap. So let's kind of start here with these oddballs. Vicki Boutin Bold and Bright. They do have a lot of this collection. If you like Vicki Boutin, they have almost all of her older collections really cheap. But I love this one because it's the butterflies and the rainbows. So I'm always looking for little touches of embellishments. And so this is a great way. And I got 2 of these. I have an older order, and I can't remember if I did a haul video for it or not, but I had ordered it once before because I like to work in 3s like most of us. And like you get 2 pink here and 2 pink there. So that's odd. Or so that's a even number, and I want to work in odds. And so I just went ahead and picked up another one. So I have more. This is the Gingham Garden collection. Again, I have some of this paper and stuff, and it's really cute, but I just did it so that I have different colors, the rainbow of little embellishments. This is Paige Evans' Happy Haven, and they have just about every one of her collections, the tassels, and I love these for mini albums and things like that to hook on the outside. Let me think. How much were these? These are like $3, I think. And again, 20% off. These are the Snap Photo Crops. And I had made a set of these for myself a long time ago, and I use them all the time. But they had them for like $4, $5, and then 20% off. So I just went ahead and got another one. I'll keep one in my crop bag and then keep one on my desk when I work. Okay, I'm pretty sure all of these are 49th and Market. This is just a package of like envelopes and cards. So you can see here, super cute. So it says 3 file folders, 1 double pocket, 2 angled pockets, and then 5 envelope pockets. Is that right? Yeah. So this one's just the pockets and then the cards or the file folders. They have some other ones that are like this, and then they have different type of ledger cards that you can put in them. And these were $1.65, so extremely cheap, and then 20% off of that. So, you know, just barely over $1 for that package. That's amazing. This is some of their ephemera packs that they do, and they do them by color collection. So you're going to see just like the pattern paper that I got. So this is their charcoal. You can see it is jam-packed full. There's 60 in here. Different tickets, stubs, ledgers, types like that. These were like $3, and again with 20% off. And then I got some rub-ons. Again, these were their color collections. So I have citrus, sunbeam, and sage. And I love just these little splotches like this because I don't do mixed media. But this looks great if you rub it on behind your layouts and stuff. And most of these are like $1. I think these like this were like $1.65 again with 20% off. And then they have these that are blendables that are more detailed with the flowers. These were a little bit more. I think they might have been like $3, but again with 20% off, you just can't beat that. Or it may have been more like $2. I don't know. It was not very much at all. These are another one of just the single colors. This is the mini laser cuts, and there's 126 on here. There's 4 sheets, and this is their ochre collection. So I picked that up. Let's see. Those were about $2.90, something like that, with the 20% off. This is another rub-on, but this is a little bit newer, and so it's you get the long sheets like they do now. There's 3 of them. This is terracotta. And again, this is like $2 or $3, something like that. These are the full-size laser cuts. It includes 135. And this is the Grove color. So just a real pretty green. Again, just to tuck in with other collections. And then this one is the ochre laser cuts. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And again, anywhere from $1.60 to $3 with 20% off. And then I got the transfers, the rub-on transfers for the Rust and Revs. These were a little bit higher because they are a newer collection. So I think these were like $6 with the 20% off, but still, these are about $10 new. So super good deal. These are the new Mistletoe and Memories. So see, they do have the new collections, and they are a lot cheaper. So let me see. This was the laser cuts, and I want to say they were about $6 with the 20% off. So I have those, and I have this one that's the laser cuts. Then I did the die cut pieces for the Mistletoe and Memories. And these, again, were about $6 with the 20% off. So, again, it's a newer collection. It's a little bit more, but it's still so much cheaper because those are anywhere $10 and up new. This is the Willow Color Swatch Mini Laser Cut. So, like I did before, so these were, I believe, like $1.65. And then the regular size Willow Laser Cuts. Again, just perfect to tuck in with other collections. This one's the peach one. I love all of the long trims and the doilies, and it's just super cute. This is another one that's new, this Nature's Heaven, or newer. It was a 2025 collection, so these are going to be just a little bit more. Like I said, they're about $5. I think these were $5. I think the only ones that kind of hit $6 was the newest Mistletoe and Memories. And then this one's another one that's from 2024. So this is the Cottage Core collection from Dennis Burton. Super, super pretty. But again, it's so neutral that I thought it would really go good because I have paper and things from this collection. So I really felt like I could combine those two to beef this one up, what I have left of it. And then here is that charcoal laser cut. Again, it has some doilies, ribbon trims, frames, and all of that. So yeah, that I think is everything that I got in the 3 orders over the last couple of months. Again, it was during 20% off, free shipping, and so every order was about $45 to $50. Let me look here and see what I spent. They do charge me tax, so I spent about $48 on all of that, and that's tax included. So you can see that was all of the embellishments. I got a album, a trimmer, the bag, plus all of the paper collections that I got here. There was 4 or 5 paper collections, plus that pad, plus a 6x8, the Tim Holtz trimmer, the album, the punches, all of that for about $148. So that's a great deal. So I hope you'll check out officesupply.com. I hope they keep offering these deals and maybe expand their offerings. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them down below and I'll get back with you. Thanks so much for watching and joining me and seeing everything that I've been purchasing. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.